Mr. Aaron is one of the happiest people I've ever met. Walking into his classroom every day junior year, he was always up and about, dancing, playing rock and roll, never in a bad mood. Thank you, Mr. Aaron.
Hi, Mr. Aaron. I just want to wish you a happy retirement. You're a great teacher, and Rockers will miss having you around. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron, for all your service. I remember having your class, and it was great, so thank you.
Hi, Mr. Aaron. I just want to say thank you for all you've done for me at Rockhurst. I really enjoyed your class last year, as well as going on Kairos together, and I hope the best for you.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron, for your service to Rockhurst High School. We've been very fortunate enough to have you. I hope you stay safe, and I hope you enjoy your retirement.
Congrats on retirement, Mr. Aaron. Thank you for all you did this year. It was a great year.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron, for all you have done these past couple of years for me and the Rockers community. I had a blast in your class junior year. If you ever want to come out to Blue Hills, play some golf this summer, just let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you.
Talking about Armand Aaron is a joy and a treat because Armand himself is a joy and a treat. Armand came to Rockhurst 6 years ago. How did he land here? Why did he want to teach at Rockhurst? And what gifts does he bring? How did he land here? Let's do the geography. He began in St. Louis, teaching and coaching there for 20 years, moved to Memphis to do the same for 15 years, and met and married Roxanne along the way. Armand and Roxanne have 2 children, Robert and Natalie, son-in-law Chris, and now a grandbaby Hazel. And all this time, Armand dedicated his life to teaching. From an early age, he wanted to teach and was part of the Christian Brothers schools for years. Along the way, he also began coaching. He found a home with both teaching and coaching. He ended his tenure with the Christian Brothers in Memphis and was looking for a move. He came to Rockhurst bringing 35 years of experience. He was curious about Jesuit education, but had not taught here at Rockhurst. He arrived and was planning to teach theology and coach wrestling. Those of you students who have Mr. Aaron in class know him well. He welcomes you to class with music of his choice, and the music relies heavily on his whims. So you might join him with jazz one day, or classical music, or rock and roll, and you are welcome to make suggestions for music. He is open to your suggestions, but he must like your suggestion to play it. He settles you into class and begins his expertise. He is the king of learning your names. By the end of the first day of class, he knows most of your names, and by the end of the second day, he knows you all. He does this because students are important to him, not as a group, but as the individuals that you are. While he learns your name in such a short time, he is also learning about you. What are your interests? Where do you work? What subjects do you like? And more about you. He does this easily because he himself is so unassuming. He makes it about you, not himself. Some of us accuse him of being sneaky, but really he is simply not interested in creating or promoting himself. As a teacher, he wants students to shine, and he figures out how to do so. Some of you he pushes and pushes, so you work to your limits. Others he assesses and realizes that you might be in a difficult spot, and he lets you breathe for a bit before he pushes you to your limits. But what is consistent with Armand is that he pushes students to excel. In his mind, that is what you are here for, and it is his job to help you. Armand is also an incredibly competitive man. He has allowed that to manifest in his coaching career. He arrived here and he insisted that athletes have their dedication. He was willing to coach and cajole talent from any student who had an interest and talent for the mat. And speaking of mat, do you know who cleans those mats? In many schools, it's the students or the managers clean and sanitize the wrestling match. But each day, at some point in the day, Armand would go down to the gym and clean those potentially germ-infested mats so the wrestlers would remain safe. He knew he could do an excellent job, not a fun job of cleaning, but his dedication to athletes confirmed his decision to keep you all safe. Armand combines his 2 loves, teaching and coaching, while he wrestles with ideas daily. He is always thinking, plotting, planning, and primarily listening to us, for a new approach to faith, for a tangible difference in beliefs, for a world perspective concerning God. He is a man who lives his faith here at Rockhurst by his patience, his learned mind, his calm and steadfast approach to conversation, and his deeply rooted commitment to our Catholic faith. Here at Rockhurst, we realize that you students are with us for just a short 4 years. We want those 4 years to be stellar, to be full of growth and filled with love and fun and learning. We faculty, administrators, and staff feel fortunate and blessed to get to spend these years with you. That perspective is no different for us faculty. When we consider the short 6 years Armand has been with us in the halls, in the classroom, in the gym, the studio, learning commons, dining commons, he has had a powerful impact on us simply by being himself. A couple of personal notes. Did you know that Armand has no self-control when confronted with a cookie? So much so that when we began dining with Flick, he actually told Miss Johnson to limit his cookie intake. Of course, she giggled, as she always does, only to tempt with an abundance of cookies each day. While he is indeed a wrestling coach, do you know what his favorite sport is? It's golf. He tries to sneak in as much golf as possible while maintaining his teaching career, and now will have plenty of time to perfect that game, if he can. Do you know he has a first grandbaby this year? A red-headed girl named Hazel, who waits for him in California to visit, play, and even wrestle with her. Do you know how Armand can remain so calm all the time? I suspect it is because his faith is strong and pivotal in leading him to a genuine love of life. I have learned a great deal from you, Armand, and I am lucky to get to work with you these years. Of course, we will miss you, your gentle humor, your sneaky fun, your solid mind, and your dedication. But I also know that you will take these traits and share them elsewhere. Lucky for us, we had you for these 6 years, and lucky for those in your future. We love you, Armand.